The ingredients in this tea are red onion, garlic, ginger, lemon, and orange. And you can use whatever you want or not. Hey y'all, Tanny Cooks here, and today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite recipes that I haven't made on this channel before. I'm going to show you how to make what I call my immunity tea. So the ingredients are in this bowl, and we're going to talk about each one of them and the health benefits. But the reason why I like to make this tea is because this is February, late February 2024. It's still cold and flu season, at least in the US, and we all know that there are plenty of other viruses floating around, viruses, diseases, whatever. And so for some of them, there might be an easy cure at the doctor's office, right? But for some things like viruses, there will only be treatment available to help your symptoms, but your body is really going to be dependent upon your immune system in order to cure you. So I was looking at a documentary on YouTube. I think it's the PBS channel, Frontline PBS, and it was about Ebola. So I watched all kind of documentaries, and just watching about Ebola is interesting, has been for many years. And one of the doctors from Doctors Without Borders or Doctors Beyond Borders was seeing a couple of patients. A husband and wife came in with Ebola, and he said that when they came in, all they could do is give them anti-nausea medicine to keep them from becoming dehydrated from vomiting, and fluids to keep them hydrated, and hope that their immune system could do what it needs to do to create antibodies and then cure them of that terrible virus, Ebola. And that really got me to thinking that it's critical to keep your immune system up just to try and fight whatever new things or old things are out there. So this tea is something that's very helpful. Now, the ingredients in this tea are red onion, garlic, ginger, lemon, and orange. And you can use whatever you want or not use any of it. That's your choice. But the thing to keep in mind before we start cooking is that just because a food item is noted to be good for you or good for your immune system, you may not want to consume it because it may not actually be good for you. So before you eat anything or take any medicine or any supplement, first, of course, you want to talk to your doctor. The other thing you want to do is make sure you visit your doctor to find out what health issues you may have going on with your body, because those health issues might make you decide not to consume one of these ingredients. For instance, ginger and garlic are known to help slow blood clotting, or thin blood, or whatever the phrase you want to use is. For some people that already have a health condition with thin blood or problems with low platelets or their blood clotting, you may not want to consume an extra amount of garlic or onions or ginger or any of it. So it's important that you talk to your doctor to find out what is safe for you to consume, even if it is basic foods and fruits and vegetables like these. One thing you can do in addition to talking to your doctor is do some research, and whatever health condition you have, just Google, is garlic safe if I have low platelets, for example? Is ginger safe if I am taking this certain kind of medicine, and put your medicine in? And then it could be easy for you to find some basic information even online. You do want to be careful when looking at health information online that you make sure it's from a reputable source. So I like to look at different websites that are known to do clinical studies, publish in peer-reviewed journals or articles, like Harvard Medical School or something from Johns Hopkins. There are several others. So wherever you live, you just want to find out, maybe even from your doctor, what are some reputable sources. If your doctor encouraged you to do your own research, many of them will be offended by you doing that. But nevertheless, I would say do your own research and then decide what you consume so that you make sure it's healthy for you. So let's get to brewing.
So I'm going to start off with my lemon and my orange in water. These two things are not organic. I am going to wash them with white vinegar in my water. If you wanted to buy these organic, you certainly can, because I am going to cook with these peels in my tea. I'm comfortable with that, but if you're not, then you don't have to use the peels, or you can just buy organic. Now, these are two of my favorite knives, my Rachel Ray paring knife and my KitchenAid ceramic knife that's bigger. I pull out two knives so that I can use the one that's best for the particular item that I'm cutting. So I'm starting off with my lemon, and I'm just going to cut that into a few slices. Look how beautiful they are, and it smells so good in my kitchen already. Next up is my beautiful orange. There are so many different varieties of oranges, and so I got one that looked really pretty and vibrant. Citrus fruits are known to have a lot of vitamin C and be great for your heart health and digestive health. besides tasting good. Next up, I have a piece of ginger. This is a big knob. Again, this is not organic, but I'm going to cut it into a few thumb-sized pieces about the size of my thumb. So it's not exact measurements in this tea. You want to start off using an amount of each item that will taste good to you. So many people who aren't used to ginger may only want to use one knob of it first, just to make sure you like it and it's not overpowering for you. I have 4 generous pieces of ginger. Next up is my garlic. This head of garlic looks absolutely beautiful. So with my bigger knife, I'm just going to cut into it and I'm going to choose a few cloves. Now, again, the amount you use will be up to you. I'm going to use several because these are nice sizes, and what I like to do is take my wide knife blade and just pound on the garlic with the skin on to cause it to crush, as well as make it easier to peel the skin off. So I did that with about 4 jumbo cloves. Next up is my onion. Now you can use yellow onion, you can use red onion. Some of the properties in red onion will be a little bit different, but use the onion that you have. I am going to keep my onions cut into big pieces, and I am going to just use half of my yellow onion and then half of my red onion. But again, use the amount that you like. And you may not know the first time you make this what you like, so just make it and then taste it. And you'll know for next time if you want to add more or less of something else. So I have my lemon, my beautiful orange, my ginger, garlic, yellow onion, and red onion, and cloves. These are whole cloves from Badia. You can buy cloves from any brand, and you might also have ground cloves, but I like using the whole ones instead. You could also add a stick of cinnamon. That would also be delicious, but I drink cinnamon tea all the time anyway, so I use cloves here instead of the cinnamon. So now it's time to add water to our pot. I love my OXO measuring cup because I can read the numbers with the cup held up in my hand instead of flat on the counter. I am going to use about 13 cups of water because we are going to let this boil. So this cup holds 4 cups of water, so I put that in 3 times, and then at the end I just added 1 extra cup to account for the water that might evaporate when it boils. So now I'm adding my ingredients to my water, and I'm going to let this come up to temperature, and look at how beautiful it looks already, and it smells so good. I'm going to let this come up to a rolling boil for about 5 minutes and then turn off the heat and let it sit and steep. While that's going, I have a stainless steel bowl in my sink and my OXO strainer that is in my sink. And look at how it looks after just a few minutes of boiling. You can notice some of the color is coming off of the onions, but all the flavor and nutrients are seeping into the water. Yes, some nutrients will be lost while we cook it, but we're still going to be getting some of the nutrients when we drink this tea. So with my strainer and my bowl, I'm pouring my hot tea into a bowl that's big enough to hold it all. And I'm pulling out the ingredients that we steeped because we no longer need them. We have their nutrients in the tea, and that's what we want. Of course, you can drink this tea while it's warm, and if you have a sore throat, that could be comfortable. I also like to drink this tea cold. So I let it cool down just a little bit. It's still steamy, and I put it in a pot that has spouts on the side so that when I pour into my mason jars, I don't make a mess trying to pour it from a bowl to a mason jar. These are 3 32-ounce mason jars that I have filled up, and I also have enough left over to go in my clear coffee mug for me to drink now, and it's absolutely delicious. And when you taste this, you can tell if next time you want more cloves or more citrus or less onion. Maybe you decide you want to leave out the ginger altogether. Because this is your tea, you can decide exactly how you want to prepare it. The ingredients in this tea are anti-inflammatory. They have antioxidants. They're known to be antiviral, antimicrobial, antifungal. Be sure to do your research and make sure you get all the health benefits you need. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel.